guys, it's me, Winifred, and welcome to Mac Monday. As you can see, I've got one eye done as usual, and the other eye not. We'll do it together. I use a medley of plum colors. Actually, and now when I look at this, it's a palette that could be used all year round because it's not too dark. It's kind of in between. So I can see me wearing this in the winter and the fall as well as in the spring and in the summer. It's a really nice neutral kind of plummy purple eye. So yeah, let's just get started. I've already primed my eye with the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion, but you all know that I'm also going to use a MAC paint pot, and I chose the Stormy Pink pot to go along with this, and let me show you why. That kind of looks like a nice, that looks like almost a perfect match for this palette. And so I'm going to go in and use this on my mobile lid like I usually do with most of the paint pots. I don't take them all the way up to my eyebrow, usually not. Now I'm going to take this is a matte color. It's not a frost color, so I'm going to take this up into the crease just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not, you know, not as heavy as on the mobile lid. See that? So you'll have something that looks a little bit like that. And you want to make sure you close these up tight, guys, because if you do not, they will dry out on you. Okay, so I am going to take this lightest shade right here and do my brow. And although it's not a matte shade, it's more like a satin shade because it's not really, it's not, oops, I got the wrong shade, guys. I meant to get that pink shade. That's okay, I'll just go right over it. I didn't do it too much. It's not, although it's not a, it looks like it's kind of like a satin shade. It doesn't look like it's a matte shade. So just pack that on a little bit, and that's the only reason why I'm actually using that, because you all know I don't like to use really highly frosted shades on the brow bone. I just don't like how that looks. Okay, so this lighter kind of a purpley shade right here is going to be my transition shade. And I picked this palette, guys, even though it was a limited edition. I picked this because these colors are not like they are exclusive to this palette only. I mean, you could find these colors, I'm sure, in drugstore brands as well as department store brands, and you might even have something like this already in your stash. So that's why I went with this. Okay, so that is my transition shade. I like the way that's shaping out so far. And then I'm going to take this bigger flat brush, guys, and I'm going to go into this lilac shade. So this pink shade here, pinkish purpley shade, is the one I use for my brow bone, and this lilac-y kind of silvery shade is going to be the one I'm going to use for my mobile lid. I'm going to load it up, and again I am going to pat this on as opposed to wiping it on, because I want a nice concentration of color here. I don't want it to be washed out. I want a nice concentration of color. See that? And pat, 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 pat. And that's just shaping up to be really nice. I like that. I like this color. And it also gives you a nice smoky eye because these colors are so muted, but it's not that smokier dark that you can't wear it for daytime. So I'm liking that. And then I'm going to get this Real Techniques eye crease brush, guys. And I'm going to go into this deeper kind of a smoky purple. And again, you're going to want to kind of start out lighter because you can always intensify it as you go along. You don't need to put all the color on there at once because it's a whole lot harder to take away than to add to, you know. So right here in the crease, and I'm liking this brush, guys. I'm liking this brush because it just adds to the crease instead of all over. And then if you don't want to do this V part darker, you don't have to, but I'm just going to just a hair darker. And guys, if you wanted it even darker, then you don't need to take that lid color all the way to the outer V, but I did. So alright, and so then you have something that looks like this. Then I like to take my 217, a clean one, and just blend it out. Now I'm perfectly okay leaving it like it is. And so some people like the outer V to be a little bit deeper, and if you do, you can always mix that with say Max Carbon to give you a little more intense color out here towards your outer V area. But I like it just the way it is. And so here we are, guys. This is pretty much it. I'm going to just make sure I blend it out with my Sigma E38, my transition diffuser brush, just to make sure. Notice I didn't add any more product to it. I just wanted to blend out that color, make sure there's no harsh lines. So there you go right there. That's the purple shade. Now, my favorite eyeliner for the camera is Perversion, because I find that just gives me a nice defined deep eye. So I'm going to go ahead, pull it a little bit, and then I'm going to do my version of a tight line. Now I look at some people when they do theirs, and it just looks to me like I would be the clumsy one to poke my eye out. Seriously, I would be. And yeah, we're just not trying to go there, guys. And let me try again, especially the upper area. Now notice you don't have to get it as neat, because I am going around it with that purple color just to smoke out the top and the bottom lash lines like I usually do. And matter of fact, guys, if you like your line on the top a little bit heavier than me, and some people do, I just happen to like the shape of my eye more, so I don't like a heavy top line. Feel free to draw that on top, because what we're going to do is just dip into that deeper purple shade again with a pencil brush, or either like a pointed crease brush, and smoke it out. The bottom lash line as well as the top lash line. So you see why it wasn't necessary to have it as crisp. And like I said, if you want a thicker line on the top, guys, by all means, feel free to take that black liner and line the top lid, and then you're just gonna smoke it out with the purple. And so then you have something that looks like that. Alright, so I am gonna go off camera, pop on my eyelash, come back, do my lip, and show you what I got on my face. Okay, guys. So I've got both of my eyelashes on. Only thing I have left to put on is my lipstick, lip liner, and let me show you what I've chosen. I've chosen the Rihanna Viva Glam 2 Dual to put on with this, and you'll see why. Perfect match. Now, for my lip liner, I am going to use Max Plum. And I think I may mention before that Plum to me is just a staple shade. I like to line my corners. Now I don't like to go in like this because it's too harsh of a line. I like to kind of almost turn it on its side a little bit. Gives you a softer line and easier to blend. It's a little thicker, but that's okay. Well, to me it is. And then smush it a little bit, and there you go. Now, this lipstick on its own to me is a little bit browny taupe. To me it is. Almost a grayish color. And then the gloss on its own, it's also pretty. It's kind of, well, it's a pinky gray. And it's, you can't hardly tell it from that little swatch. But when you put it together, that's when the magic happens. I don't think, well, I'm sure I would not have bought the lipstick on its own. I think the gloss to me, and I've said this before, is what makes the lipstick when you pair them together. It's kind of like an iridescence about it. See that? I just then I think it just makes it stand out all the more. And it gives it, instead of that dead gray look, it gives it more of a pinky tone. Because of the pink shimmers in the lippy. See that? And I like that. I think this is perfect with the eye combo. I love that. Give you a close look. This lippy is just everything. Okay. There we go. And I cannot wait to get a new camera that has autofocus so that when I do come in close, you'll be able to see all the detail of the lippy and all the detail of the eye. But yeah, so this is the finished look, guys. This eye quad and this lip, I love it together. Now, so let me tell you, I have that eye quad on, and you know what, guys? I used the Cubic blush. I'm really gonna, I just really love this blush. I'm really gonna get a lot of use out of this summer. And this is part of MAC's permanent line. I cannot believe that I didn't have this before, but I just got this like maybe a couple of months ago, several months ago. No, wait a minute. No, I got this last summer because I didn't get it while I was on my no-buy. I've been diligent about that. I didn't get it while I was on my no-buy, so this had to have been last summer. But yeah, I'm really liking this look, guys. Tell me what you think. So on my face as my highlight, I've got my Dynamic Dual, my Perfectly Poised, and my Magnetic Appeal. I promise you I'm going to change it up. And my Stormy Pink is what's up underneath as my paint pot. And yeah, my Riri 2 Viva Glam is on my lips. Now, I'm going to show you my earrings. These are from Senegal. And bear with me, guys, while I bring you in focus so you can see all the detail on these earrings. Okay, these are from Senegal, western part of Africa. It's a mask. I got these from, I didn't go to Senegal. No, I got these from a African store that was here in Cleveland. It was called Ethnic Arts. I mentioned it before. These are sterling silver. Look at the detail on the back. And here it is on the front. Look at that detail on the mask. I like to go to these kind of shops like this because you can just find such just great items. And I developed a relationship with the owners. It was a husband and wife team. And the husband, whenever he would go out on his travels back to Africa, I would just make mention to him, you know, if you come across any different, and I'm gonna try to get me back in focus, guys. If you come across any different earrings or any different type of jewelry that you know I like, would you please bring it back, because you know I'll buy it. And he did, and that's how I got quite a few of my pieces from Africa. So I hope I am back in focus. And then my ring is a tribal ring that I actually, it's not a tribal ring, it's a tribal, kind of reminds me, tribal inspired. Got this from TJ Maxx, guys. Sterling silver. It looks like a big shield. I got this from TJ Maxx. Again, whenever you're in TJ Maxx, guys, make sure you make your way over to that jewelry section, because you never know what you might find. This came from TJ Maxx, sterling silver, and I just have on my bangles. So yeah, that's about it for today. Why does it seem like I'm out of focus if I look at this viewfinder? It doesn't seem like it was as crisp as it was before. But yeah, so what I have on my face, guys, I'm liking. And tell me if you think that this is a all year round face, or if you think this is more of a summer face. I think it's all year round. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit closer so you can see me. So yeah, let me know what you think. I think it can go for all year round, guys, and in the summer as well. So that is all I have for Mac Monday this week. I think next week we're gonna go a little funkier, guys. And yeah, I'm gonna dig through to see what I can come up with for NARS Tuesday. Let me know what you think. Comment below. And I will see you tomorrow for NARS Tuesday, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.